Hey guys, this is Frozen Mosh back with another music review. Today, we are going to talk about a band that I just found out about. And I must say I've not had good luck with the past two albums I've been trying to review. The last one I was going to review was Block Party, their new album. That was a complete jumbled mess. And so is this one. I just found out about this band in strict confidence with their new album, Laugh, Cry, Scream. And, well, I've not been having the best of luck lately. This album is a jumbled mess of industrial music. Now, I really do like industrial music. I've seen Crummy Cars a couple times, and I really want to go see Skinny Puppies and stuff like that. But this is not very good. The first three tracks on the album are very there's nothing really special about it. I mean, and you just get bored listening to it. I really hate to use that word music, but it sure just gets boring after listening to it a couple times. I mean, it industrial, so they could have done a lot more exciting stuff with it. Like, if you go listen to a Skinny Puppy album, or Frontline Assembly, or Front 242, there's not really going to be any dull moments on the album. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, a lot of hard-hitting things, a lot of punching synths, and a lot of vocals, some quite dark things and stuff like that. And when you get to bands like KMFDM, who are more industrial metal, but are still industrial, you get like a lot of like just power from it. If you listen to Free Your Hate by them, that is not a dull song. There's like a lot of things are in it. So these first three are very poor. But then when number four comes along, it starts to do, starts to build a bit, starts to become really nice. There's a nice choir, you got some good hard punching synths in it. Everything seems really nice. There's a choir, good build, you hear building, and it crashes on itself. I mean, seriously. Then the thing crashes on itself. You're expecting this big build, you're hearing these choirs going louder, you're hearing the synths louder, and you're hearing the drums in the background, good drumming, and nice guitar, you're expecting to build, and it falls on itself. It just, the only thing that happens is the guitar gets put in. And I'm like, because after about first three songs, no building, nothing really exciting happening, you really want there to be something to build on. And it doesn't deliver. Which was a bit of a disappointment because that song had potential to be really good. It has a lot of potential. I would have been really good, but I just crashed on its face. Which is a bit of a disappointment, so I'm like, alright. But the song nevertheless was pleasant. It eventually got loud, a bit louder, a bit more building. The guitar ended up being nice, but you're still disappointed after that build because it takes 2 minutes to acquire. You hear a build coming up, you hear good, you get your cinematic bit, and it just crashes on itself. There was a lot, it just didn't really like it that much. The song was pleasant, but it wasn't very good to just sit down and listen to. Next, we got track 5. It starts off really nice. There's a lot of good noises in it. The synths are really nice. There's a bit of a hard, punchy synth in it. They got really good noises, good effects in it. But it just extremely typical. You got your drums and stuff. Nothing really exciting happens in it. It doesn't really build up, and it just doesn't deliver that much. And you're just being like, the songs have been pleasant, but they're not really giving that vibe that you would expect to get from industrial. They're very, very pleasant, but it's nice to have kind of a vibe in it, a very energetic vibe. Uh, it, it just they were lacking that. They were very lackluster in their approach, and I felt that they were reserving. They were reserving lots of energy on it. Not really listening to stuff, but I don't know. It felt like they could have done a lot better, put a lot more energy into it. They tried. I made fist strong there. There we go. So proving y'all can make fist. There. So after about 5 songs of disappointment but pleasant listening, we get to a really, really good song on here. Track number 6, Snow White. It is basically like what you would expect to get from like a mixture of Rammstein, Death Stars, and Skinny Puppy, and Crombie Christ. Sounds very Crombie Christ-like as well. And it just all really meshes both together. You get good, punchy, harsh synths in there with some like good guitar, nice drumming. The vocals on this sound really nice. It just feels like really just good music. This is one of the few tracks I will actually might listen to again off this album. And then after that, we are with another good song, number 7. This song is again very noisy, has a lot of good effects in it. I think I heard a church bell in it, and it just delivers a lot of stuff that you would expect to hear. It feels very, very nice, and all the music seems to blend together with it, which is cool. And then we got to another number 7, but there was another really good track on this album. It was another one of the tracks that was basically a good mesh of everything. It was the thing that you expect to get from an industrial band. You hear a lot of atmospheric things. They got some good violins going in there. Then the vocals mesh really very well again. It was 7 minutes long, but it wasn't one of the repetitive songs on this album, because a lot of the longer songs on this album got really repetitive and boring, and you almost wanted to skip it. But it was nice to hear that there were some good songs on this album, which proves to me that this band can be good if they were trying to focus a lot of their stuff on the other songs. If they produce 2 really good songs on this album, they can produce other good songs. If you produce 1 good song, you can make a lot of good songs. Which was disappointment. That's like hearing one of the bands that only focus all their energy into like the 1 song. Which was like... So then we got some other songs on here as well. We're not quite done with the album yet. We got to number 9. Because I said 7 twice in there. I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna slap myself, I'm gonna shoot myself. And number 9 was a more slower track again. It's starting to fall back onto itself. Still keeping the good punchy stuff in here. They're now introducing a lot of the punchy synths, a lot of the harsh synths, and everything, and it's starting to feel like a good industrial band instead of a lackluster one, which is really nice. But there's nothing really much to say on the... Same with the next couple of songs. All of the songs on here, except for the 2 that I've mentioned that are really well, follow the same structure. They're going to come in with a synth, not too punchy, not too hard, and then they're going to play a little drum beat in the back, then they're going to come with guitar and have their vocals coming in. Throw a couple noises on there, maybe do drones in the background, and that is their stuff. I wish I had really more to say on it, but I don't. But the thing that annoys me most is they have 2 really, really good songs on here. I might put these songs in my iPod or something like that. They're really good. They can do good music on here. They can do really good industrial Crombie Christ feeling things. But it just wasn't working very well. So overall, I'm gonna give this album a 6. Maybe a 5. Because a lot of the stuff on here was pleasant. It was good to listen to for background music. It was good, simple stuff, and it's alright. They were trying to be dark in some of the stuff, but once you listen to other German acts, such as Das Ich, not a lot of the other stuff sounds quite as dark or as powerful as that stuff. And a lot of other industrial stuff they're doing sounds really lackluster when you listen to them. They had 2 good songs on here, which proved to me they can do good songs, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not giving this album to the 4 or 5 range, to the 4 or 3 range. So overall, okay album, good for background noise. Best tracks were 6 and 8. Mate, it had a lot of interesting noises on here, but they didn't mesh well together and didn't give a good energy what I would expect from an album. Also, we're gonna start doing a website here pretty soon to basically give you more in-depth reviews on here, because I found out I can only post up to 15 minutes. And I have now up to 2 pages of notes on here. So I can't really go overboard with it. So we're going to start posting these online to give you much longer, lengthier reviews. So if you like this video, there's a subscribe button up there. Click the like down there. And leave a comment for what you want me to do next. This is Mason from Birds and Moths saying see ya.